Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to 2025. Kevin,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Good. I'm doing well. Ready to get the year started off well.
Yeah. We are going to go through our sort of new features and our new updates. Let's just jump right into it, Kevin. And actually, right before that, just so you know, if you guys are watching this, you want to keep up with what's going on with Pebble because there are constantly always a lot of different changes happening. We do this every month. This is going to be on YouTube, so make sure you head over to pebblerei.com/YouTube. It will actually prompt you to subscribe to the channel, and then you can hit that bell icon, which will then notify you when we've got a new video out and giving you guys updates. Kevin, take it away. What's the first thing we want to go through here today?
Yeah, so some big updates to share. Many of you have sort of seen over the past month or so a new design on our main website. So when you go to pebblerei.com, you'll see like this new orange color, and you see that in our background of this video here. So we are in the process of sort of rebranding, refreshing, and sort of bringing us into this new age of Pebble. And a big part of that is going to be the application. So what you see when you log in and play around every day. So so this is the new interface. Um, it will look very similar in terms of functionality to the old interface, but it will be kind of the new refreshed brand colors and a couple key changes that we've made around navigation that we think will be really helpful. So, sort of broke down the sidebar into what we think are the most important things, and sort of ordered things in terms of how we use the system. So, we have our main menu with our dashboard, campaigns. These are like the things that you're going to be doing every day as part of your workflow, right? Checking your inbox for messages, going through your deal boards, all of those sorts of things. And then we've split out properties and contacts under this database menu item here. And these are sort of like the things that are kept track of, but they're not sort of part of the workflow uh, area that the more important things are. So you've got all your database of properties, you got your database of contacts. You can, of course, go through these and change things. We've also moved a lot of things that were like buried in settings up to the top level. So things like your auto follow-up plans, templates, websites. If you have websites, those things are all now um, part of the main navigation. So should let you get to those a little bit quicker. We've also moved the some of the other actions like switching teams, getting to your account settings over here to the right. So that's sort of a quick overview of the main differences in the new Pebble design.
Yeah, I'll just sort of add. I know like this might not have a lot of functional changes for you, but except on the sidebar bar, I think we've done a good job sort of reviewing and how we can sort of reorganize things and surface things to the top level. But I think this is really in line with um, the way that we design Pebble. We talk a lot about keeping things simple within the platform.
Mhm.
Um, and this rebrand is really part of that. We really wanted to have that feel, and that's important to us. Design is really important to us, and we wanted to make sure we communicate that design language into the actual product, not just on the branding side of things. So
Mhm.
um, that will be coming down here shortly, and that'll be showing up soon within everybody's account. So
Yeah, yeah.
awesome. Let's go to the next one here. Let's talk about the deal workflow improvements. What does
Yeah,
that mean?
so this is dovetailing into this new design. One thing that we've heard a lot from our users is around the deal workflow. So this is a deal. This is an example of a deal that has a couple properties associated with it. Maybe this is a seller who has two properties that you're looking to go through. So we've got two properties here. We've got a few task lists, and we've got a few contacts associated with this deal. Now, previously, we had sort of just one page to do everything. And what would happen if you had like a lot of notes and a lot of tasks and you had a lot of property information, like things would get a little bit overwhelming on that one page. And additionally, there were some limitations on what you could do as part of a property when you were in a deal. Like for instance, you couldn't upload images, or you couldn't. You had to actually go to the property page to upload an image. Same thing with like the mapping tools and all that. You sort of had to leave the deal in order to interact with the property. So what we've done now is we still have sort of this overview page where all of your notes will be, your properties will give you an overview of tasks and contacts, conversations, all of that stuff. But we've now broken out a few different tabs that give you more detailed look into those individual items. So the first one is your tasks. So we now have a dedicated tab on your deal specifically focused on tasks. We know that lots of people have very detailed tasks. Sometimes those tasks have lots of information there. You might have links inside the task name. You might have some different information that you're trying to capture, and trying to do that all in like a very small little panel was a little bit challenging. So we've broken that out. We've got a full page of task lists. I can go in here, I can reorder things, I can edit things, change them around, do all the stuff that I have been doing, but just get more space to do that. So that's the first thing. We've got tasks now. Again, there is still the task summary, which will give you, where are we at on our tasks, which ones are overdue. But then the full task page will give you the very detailed look. Okay, so now this is one I'm very excited about, is the property tab. So we've got two properties associated with this deal, these two properties here. And I can now, each time I add a property, I get a tab. When I click into that tab, I get everything. I get all the things that I could do on the property page with the map and the attachments and owner integrations, all of my custom fields, all of that is here, but I haven't left the deal. I'm still on the deal. I can still switch back to my tasks, switch back to the property. I can go back to the summary and make some notes. And I can quickly jump between each property associated with this deal. And so this really gives you sort of that best of both worlds. I can see all of the high level information, and I can drill into my detailed view and really dive into that property and do all of my due diligence and never have to leave the context of the deal.
Yeah, and so previously, before this, the deal page itself, you would see a pretty much a preview of that property. You could click on these accordion buttons to open a little bit more on the custom fields of what you had filled out in there, but you
Yep.
couldn't really see the entire property page, including the map and all the other sort of details on there. Now
Exactly.
you're just going to be able to hop back and forth between these tabs really quickly, and work on the deal itself without having to leave here, without having to go directly to the property page.
Mhm.
Um, so this is going to be a much nicer experience while working on the deals. Now, Kevin, I don't know if you mentioned this, but did you talk a little bit about the notes? I think the notes are now going to be centralized um, onto here now, correct?
Yes, on the deal now we have notes, and one thing that I want to bring up here, and I don't know if let's test note at let's mention Jesse here. Um, yes, so this is a new feature that is the next thing that I'd like to talk about, and that is reactions. This is something that I'm sure you're used to seeing in different applications like Slack and Facebook. You can add a reaction. So we now have reactions for our notes. So this is great if you get pinged by a VA that says, "Hey, am I good to send this contract out?" I don't need to go in here and like type a reply and say that. I can just go here, click the reaction, and say thumbs up.
Yeah.
and that person will get a notification saying that you thumbs up their comment, and they can go along with whatever they're doing. So you've got all these different reactions. You can say that I've looked at it. You can remove the reactions. Multiple people can mark the same, thumbs up. So that just gives a quicker way to communicate without having to type out everything.
I think, as a business owner myself, like this allows me to, pulse check a lot quicker too. I don't need
Yes.
to be concerned. I don't need to follow up. So this should also save you time on pulse checking with your team and keeping everybody moving in the same direction and that same speed that you need to move at. So this should help improve some of the team management side of things as well. But sorry, coming back to notes now, I think we might have mentioned this before, but they live on the deal. So you're going to be able to make notes here on the
Mhm.
property. If they wanted to make notes, we suggest to use the custom fields. So if you want to make notes specifically for property, is that correct, Kevin? Am I correct by saying that?
Correct. Notes will now be on the deal, and that's sort of where everything lives.
Yep.
Now, the last thing that I do want to mention, and often people ask about, they love the tasks in Pebble, that they can add tasks, they can set reminders, they can assign different people to different tasks. But what we've heard is that people want the ability to see all their tasks in one place, and we've had this for a while, but it's been a bit hidden. It was like you had to go
Yeah.
to the dashboard and
Right.
select a tab, and sometimes we would show people this and they'd be like, whoa, I didn't know I could see all my tasks. So that sort of told us like, hey, we need to make this like a prominent thing. So we've moved that item out to this tasks menu item. So this will always be on the top of Pebble, so you can quickly hop over here to tasks and see all the tasks across all your deals. You can even filter them by to do versus done, what's due today, what's due this week. I can see, how many tasks does Jesse have? Jesse's got all his tasks done. Great. That's great. So I can quickly jump between team members. I can sort them differently. And I
Yeah.
can even mark them. If I go back to everyone, I can quickly just mark them checked off here as they get done. So that's a quick way to see everything related to tasks right here on the main page.
I'll add one more thing here, and I think this also gets missed about tasks, is that these tasks can be automated. We won't go through that in
Yep.
this video, but certainly if you want to go to our knowledge base or hop on one of our weekly calls, every Wednesday we have something called our office hours. We can show you that there, but it's in our knowledge base. You can automatically delegate tasks, repeatable tasks, and that's really about, if you're looking to build a business, this is what needs to happen. What are those repeatable processes? And that all sort of ties in with these tasks and delegation. But anyways, I won't get into it. Thank you, Kevin, for sharing with us all the updates that are happening inside of Pebble. If you guys want to join us live, first we have always a live onboarding. So if you want to check out Pebble, you're going to be prompted to jump on live with one of our team members. Number two, every single Wednesday, if you head over to our homepage, pebblerei.com, at the top, I think it says resources or tools. And then on the left, there'll be something called training under live training. There will be a few options there. So on Wednesdays, we do our office hours. That happens around, I believe, noon or 11:30 Pacific, because I'm in here in the Pacific. But yeah, it's an open Q&A. So if you have any questions, one of us will be there, and a lot of times both Kevin and I are there as well.
Mhm.
Friday is what we call our leads and deal workshop, where I will walk you through on what it's like to go from a lead to a deal, because that's where you're going to spend a lot of your time at, and we want to make sure you are aware of that. So if you head over to pebblerei.com/live-training, you can schedule that in at any time. Other than that, Kevin, thank you so much for sharing all those cool updates with us. And
Yeah, and get ready for a rockin' 2025. We have tons of stuff coming, so really excited to
yeah,
share that with you.
awesome. Well, we'll see you guys again next month on the update roundups. Anyways, take care, guys. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.